So, a couple minutes ago, a post was made on the fact that there were leaked reports mentioning a Ripple and SEC meeting scheduled for March 27th of 2023. And when I first seen this tweet, it really caught me by surprise, because after doing a bit of research, this is not the typical Sunshine Act meeting. The Sunshine Act meeting that we look at is going to be hosted on March 30th, which is actually a closed meeting between the SEC in which their officials discuss some key factors like settlement negotiations. Now, this meeting for the Sunshine Act is going to take place on March 30th at 2 p.m. and they're going to discuss institutional settlement of injunctive action, institutional settlement of administrative proceedings, resolution of litigation claims, and other matters related to the examination and enforcement proceedings. Now, I'll jump into this exact thing right here in the next little bit, but before we do that, let's go back to the original tweet. So this meeting that's supposed to take place on Monday, March 27th is going to be a meeting between Ripple and the SEC, and even though this is not 100% confirmed, this does seem to be a meeting in which they're going to discuss the possible settlement. And no, this is not coming from me, and this video is not clickbait. A well-known lawyer within the XRP community known as Jeremy Hogan's has made it clear that there is going to be a settlement, or the lawsuit is going to be completed by the end of this month, March 31st. In a tweet here by SkyXBT asking attorney Jeremy Hogan's whether he can expect this case to end this month or not, no one wants to clarify. Jeremy Hogan says, "I think it's absolutely ends on or before. Sorry, gotta go." Now, originally Jeremy Hogan had stated that he believes that this is going to be completed by March 31st, and so this quite correctly coincides with the fact that Jeremy Hogan does believe there's going to be a settlement, and he's just reaffirming it. This tweet comes as a reply to Jeremy Hogan tweeting the fact that the SEC finally replies to Ripple's supplement authority. They must be busy with other things. Although it raises valid points, read the bitter case, it attempts to argue that the Voyager judge did not say that the crypto space faces glaring uncertainty is smarkable. And of course, this was a quote tweet to the news that we got that the ACS filed its response to Ripple's defendant's letter regarding supplemental authority from the Bitterner and Voyager's case. So to reiterate, these three factors, the tweet, there are leaked reports, the SEC Sunshine meeting taking place on March 30th, and of course the Jeremy Hogan's tweet, all makes us believe that there is going to be a settlement on or before March 30th, or at least a Ripple versus SEC resolution. Now, to add on to all of this, Tony Edward did an interview with Sheila Warren, the CEO of the Crypto Council for Innovation, in which she gave her prediction on the SEC vs. Ripple lawsuit and went into the fact that she believes Ripple is most definitely going to win the lawsuit, and even gave a time frame. So I'm going to go ahead and actually roll the clip for you. It is about 3 minutes and 30 seconds long. It is a very good video that is going to be crucial to what I believe your understanding. So let's go ahead and actually roll the clips and let's get right into it.
It's brief on behalf of Ripple, and we may hear from the judge anytime. It could happen today, or by early next month.
Yeah.
What do you what's the latest from your perspective on how you're seeing this play out and the impact on the industry?
Yeah, I mean, I've always thought that this particular suit, as it was brought, is winnable by Ripple. I've always thought. I thought that since the very beginning, and I actually said that a long time ago and took a lot of heat on Twitter for it, by the way, which I still don't really understand. In my mind, any company that's resourced to take on this agency at this time, we should be supporting. So I don't really understand. I never really understood. It's been great to see how folks have kind of come around to that. But again, I was very confused by the initial reaction to it, because it seemed to me that they were kind of trying to lay a precedent that could be very powerful and help a lot of other folks. So we were happy to file an amicus in that case, and it was a pretty straightforward thing to do because I'd been kind of following it with some interest for some time. I think the same thing is true of Grayscale, by the way. I think that Grayscale, has a case that I think is proving already with some of the statements that have been made. Certainly it has a lot of merit, and so the question is going to become a lot of this is about what judge you pull and all kinds of other things, right? But I think that what is the critical thing, I guess I want to land, is that this is not, under this particular chair, this is not an agency that is looking to, like I say, put that plane in flight that I was talking about, right, and give us a destination. This is an agency under this chair. There are several other commissioners there who I think do not feel this way. We all know who they are. But under this chair, I think this is an agency that doesn't want to have a plane take flight. and is claiming that, the planes that have already landed, I'm really pushing this analogy way too far, but is claiming the planes that have already landed encompass all of our activity, which is just hot bananas. I mean, if that were the case, we would not be in a situation where all these enforcement, it just doesn't make any sense. So that doesn't work, right? I think one thing I do want to note though, Tony, because this is well covered territory, that as you know, but I think one thing I want to land is that nobody else has this sort of jurisdictional turf war that we have in the United States. The SEC and CFTC and many other countries are one agency, right? Like they have oversight of the whole shebang. And so you don't have this kind of turf war playing out that I do think is a big part of this. And I think folks understood that after last year's activity around DCCPA and, with the CFTC and all of that. But that's just the reason that you're not seeing this complexity in other countries is because they don't have our complex regulatory system, right? It's easier. So I do think that this is, again, it's more political than a lot of people realize. And it's not just the intractability of this chair, although I think we can all just own that that's what's going on here, is a very intractable chair who just sees it the way he sees it and is not open to other kinds of conversations. So a judge is going to have to eventually force an openness to a conversation that's playing out in court. And that's what we all saw coming for a few years now. But I do think that the politics around this should not go unstated because that is a big part of what's happening here.
Alright guys, and before we move forward, I want to remind you guys of MetalCrypto.com, where you can buy your personalized Metal Crypto coin like the Ripple XRP coin with case, which looks very nice, as well as the new style XRP coin with case also comes in gold and silver, whichever one you'd like, and looks absolutely fantastic. You can also get a bunch of the other cryptocurrencies like USDT, Stellar XLM, Shiba Inu, Litecoin, Bitcoin, Polkadot, SafeMoon, Cardano, Ethereum, Dogecoin, and a ton of other ones. They're consistently adding in new products, and they offer some of the highest quality products that you will see. These are so freaking nice and come in very nice packaging, so I definitely recommend you guys get them, and it's a physical crypto coin that you can literally not find anywhere else. That being said, if you do use the link in the description, you will get 10% off, so make sure you guys do check them out. Link in the description, and let's get right back into the video. Now, I don't know if you guys have seen this, but Fortune Crypto has officially put up an article talking about Ripple and XRP and saying the fact that, yes, finally, the Ripple vs. SEC lawsuit is about to complete, and Ripple and XRP are going to do very good. They also mentioned the fact that Ripple is most likely going to do an IPO, as the CEO Brad Garlinghouse has stated after the lawsuit, and that XRP is projected to pump to around $7 upon completion of both the lawsuit and a Ripple IPO, which again is absolutely insane. But in a recent price prediction by the Crypto Bull, he cited the fact that XRP is predicted at $200 upon completion, which would again be absolutely mind-blowing, but does show you the potential of XRP and how much wealth could be created by this cryptocurrency if everything were to turn out the way it should be. So again, it does show you guys here the high-end retracement, the accumulation phase, the correction, and then the explosion. And again, this is based on the analysis from 2018 bull run, as you guys can see, of the pump that occurred right here. And if it were to repeat itself, it would bring XRP's price to around 200 USD. Another crazy thing is that Christine Lagarde has officially stated that central banks will begin losing control of the monetary system unless they go ahead and switch onto the CBDC system, which is the central bank digital currency system. The future is ours, XRP Army. What's so important about this and how it's actually relatable to XRP is that the Ripple system, or the RippleNet system, and Ripple as a company have been working with so many financial institutions and central banks to implement their CBDC system. And of course, what this means right here is that all of these countries that are implementing a CBDC are most likely going to tend to use Ripple and the RippleNet system, which uses XRP, which in turn rises the price of XRP. This is so freaking good, guys, and if you're an XRP investor, this should also hype you up as well. And I think it's quite true that the monetary system is really about to collapse. We've seen this through all the banks that have been completely, collapsing. SVB, Credit Suisse almost destroyed, and just now another recent bank. So the financial system is literally on the verge of collapse, and we need something to replace it, and the one thing that can perfect it is Ripple and with the RippleNet system. This has also been shown by the fact that there has been so many new XRP whale holders that have purchased a ton of XRP and are now holding it. And again, once again, this reaffirms the fact that there is definitely a positive outcome going to result as of this lawsuit, and that the price action for XRP is definitely projected, because otherwise you wouldn't have all these new whales go into XRP and purchase a ton of cryptocurrency. That being said, I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you guys did, make sure you smash the like button, you subscribe to the channel, your post notifications on, and share this video, and leave a comment down below, as well as follow me on Twitter at CryptoGeekNews and on Instagram at CryptoGeekYT, and I'll see you guys in the next Crypto Geek video. Thank you so much for watching, and peace.